Welcome back to our series where we delve into the dark and twisted minds of America's most notorious serial killers, one state at a time. Today, we journey to Missouri, where a man lived among us for years, hiding in plain sight, a predator lurking in the shadows. This is the chilling story of Lorenzo Gilyard, the Kansas City Strangler. Lorenzo Gilyard was born in 1950 in Kansas City, Missouri. To those who knew him, he seemed like an ordinary man, working as a trash collector, a job that kept him on the move and largely unnoticed. But beneath this facade was a man with a dark and sinister side, a side that would later shock an entire city. The first signs of Gilyard's terrifying secret life began to emerge in the 1970s. Women began to disappear. Women whose lives were marginalized, women whose stories often went unheard. But Gilyard didn't just make them vanish, he left a trail of bodies across Kansas City, each victim brutally strangled, each case hauntingly similar. His victims ranged in age from their early 20s to their 50s. Many were sex workers, women who society too often forgets. But Gilyard didn't discriminate. His violence was indiscriminate and terrifyingly methodical. For years, these cases went unsolved. The police struggled to find a suspect, and the Kansas City community lived in fear. But what they didn't know was that Gilyard was right there, blending in. His ability to live a double life, unnoticed by those around him, is as chilling as the crimes themselves. In 2004, everything changed. Advances in DNA technology led to a break in the case. The Kansas City Police Department began re-examining cold cases, and DNA evidence linked Gilyard to the murders of at least 13 women. The evidence was irrefutable. Gilyard was arrested, and his decades-long reign of terror finally came to an end. The trial of Lorenzo Gilyard was a moment of reckoning for Kansas City. As the evidence was laid bare, the full extent of his crimes became horrifyingly clear. The once quiet man who collected the city's trash was now revealed as one of Missouri's most prolific serial killers. In 2007, Gilyard was convicted of 6 murders, though it's believed he may have been responsible for many more. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, where he remains to this day. Lorenzo Gilyard's story is a chilling reminder of the darkness that can hide behind even the most ordinary of facades. His case also underscores the importance of advancements in forensic science, which finally brought justice to his victims after so many years. But perhaps the most haunting aspect of Gilyard's story is how easily he was able to blend into society, hiding in plain sight while committing acts of unimaginable cruelty. It makes you wonder, how well do we really know those around us? Thank you for joining us as we uncovered the disturbing story of Lorenzo Gilyard. Stay tuned as we continue our journey across the United States, exposing the dark stories of serial killers from every state. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to never miss an episode.